Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5-Minute Gaming News, the show that is still in merry old England. Today in the news, yep, it's official. Microsoft has won its lawsuit with the FTC, and the go-ahead is here for it to acquire Activision Blizzard. According to Video Games Chronicle, Judge Corley's ruling concluded Microsoft's acquisition of Activision has been described as the largest in tech history. It deserves scrutiny. That scrutiny has paid off. Microsoft has committed in writing, in public, and in court to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for 10 years on parity with Xbox. It made an agreement with Nintendo to bring Call of Duty to Switch, and it entered several agreements to, for the first time, bring Activision's content to several cloud gaming services. Which, yeah, on paper, looks great, sounds great. At this point, I'm a broken record. I've said this far too many times. 10 years isn't really that long in the gaming space. We might get maximum 3, maybe 4 Call of Duties in that time, which sure, that's a lot of money, and yeah, okay, but how many people are really going to go play Call of Duty on Switch? And sure, some people are going to be like, what about the next console? How many people are going to go play Call of Duty on Nintendo, period? Where is the built-in audience for that? I don't know. Sony, sure, they'll have Call of Duty, and that will last until the, 2028 PlayStation 6. And then at that point, are they going to give Microsoft access to PlayStation 6 hardware when they have to send it off in dev kit form to Activision so that they can then produce it for that? I'm going to let you know, I don't think so. I think we're going to get a Call of Duty that will look more like a PlayStation 5 Call of Duty on PS6. And so people will be nudged gently to Xbox. It's going to happen. It's not complicated. It's very obvious part of Xbox's plan. And yeah, it's all fair game. It's business. And this isn't like, oh, poor Sony. Honestly, I don't care. But it's just what's going to happen. And to deny what's going to happen, that Xbox is going to slowly push Sony and Nintendo out of being in the space over the next 10 years, yeah, you could play it there. Will it be good? No, not even remotely as good as it's going to be on Xbox. Will it be as affordable? No. They'll Game Pass the shit out of it. They'll make you want to go play it on Xbox. That's the plan. It's, again, not complicated. And the fact that people are like, I don't understand. Fair is fair. You're out of your minds. You're out of your minds if you think this is like, it's good for everyone. Nah, it's good for Xbox, and that's it. And of course, everyone at Microsoft was rightfully happy about the news as well. We are grateful to the court for swiftly deciding in our favor, said Microsoft's head of gaming, Phil Spencer. The evidence showed the Activision Blizzard deal is good for the industry, and the FTC's claims about console switching, multi-game subscription services, and cloud don't reflect the realities of the gaming market. And all I'll say about that is, we'll see. I don't know that I believe it. Phil Spencer loves to have this sort of magnanimous, I'm a man of the people vibe, but at the same time, he's running a business that the whole objective of the business is to make as much money and defeat the competition. And, he can say we don't want any exclusives of this and this and this, but in reality, that's what they're doing. Starfield's coming up. That's very exclusive, unless you're like one of those people who's going to say, PC isn't exclusive. What the hell system do you think they're running it on PC? And meanwhile, if we're talking about the industry amidst this win, Microsoft still managed to lay off a large number of employees this week. And this on top of the 10,000 jobs that were laid off at the beginning of the year. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but maybe 5 or 8 or so billion of the dollars that they spent to acquire Activision Blizzard could have been used to, save some jobs. And sadly, I can almost promise you that just like other mergers we've seen in the past in tech companies or whatever, there will be more firings. Because as they merge together, things are going to be redundant. And we're going to see them be like, we don't need those jobs, and get rid of them. It's going to happen. In the end, regardless of what I think or you think or what anyone thinks, this is a historic merger. It is one of the biggest companies in the gaming space buying another one of the biggest companies in the gaming space. And we'll kind of all see where this falls in the next few years. It could, again, as many of you have said, be amazing. And I will come on this very show and say, I was wrong. Look, I've said this before. I thought the Switch was a stupid idea. And yet it is now one of the most popular things out there. And I love it. Clearly, I was wrong. So maybe about this, I'm wrong as well. It's quite possible. I don't think I will be. And I think this is going to be one of those things where in a few years we're like, what's going on with the gaming space? And there's going to be all these hour-long YouTube videos about people deep diving like, why are we paying so much? And why is the quality bad? And why are they spending so much money on games? We're already there. I'm just saying it's going to get worse. But I guess we'll all see together. Anyway, that is it for 5 Minute Gaming News. Thank you again, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for another episode.